and a large Mr. and Mrs. double dresser and mirror. So I asked him again, how can you give all this for only $99? Dad told me about 5-store buying power, how he buys carload after carload at sometimes 25% less than other stores. So now I know when my dad says you can always get it for less at Furniture Discount House, he means it. All the stores are open every night till 9, Saturdays till 6, Sundays 11 to 5. Now here's my dad to give you the addresses.
In Oakland at 7134 East 14th Street, 2474 Mission Street in San Francisco, 82 East Santa Clara in San Jose, Vallejo at 836 Sonoma Boulevard, and San Mateo 2130 El Camino Real. Remember, you can always get it for less at Furniture Discount House.
Now back to the news. President William Bennett of the State Public Utilities Commission is charging SP and Santa Fe railroads with disregarding what he calls their obligation to render service. Bennett's remark came in our city by the Bay after the railroads filed a joint application with the commission to reduce passenger train service through the San Joaquin Valley from 10 to 6 trains a day. Bennett told newsmen that railroad management ought to take a basic course in public utilities operation. Demonstrations were conducted throughout the state by the Congress of Racial Equality against the Bank of America over what the civil rights group claims to be discriminatory hiring by the world's largest bank, and apparently the demonstrations are planned when the banks open again on Monday. In other news, from the Sacramento line to KYA, the 1964 legislature prepared to end its election year session in the state capitol today. The lawmakers disposed of 3 major pieces of legislation late yesterday to set the stage for adjournment. Checking out the overseas wires to KYA, Laotian sources report right-wing forces have been holding 2 red Chinese soldiers who apparently had been advising communist Laotians. KYA gives an award for every news tip used on the air. When you see news happen, call KYA at Exbrook 72512. This is Tony Tremaine, KYA News.
Here's the Bay Area weather forecast. Fair today, tonight, and tomorrow, except high fog near the ocean extending inland in the morning hours. Little change in temp. Today's high is 60 to 72. Some wind this afternoon. It's 50 in the East Bay, 51 Marin, 48 in San Jose, and 51 here in San Francisco. Bill Keffury for Gene Nelson. Here's the music.
Please lock me away and don't allow the day here inside where I hide with my loneliness. I don't care what they say, I won't stay in a world without love. Birds sing out of tune, and rain clouds hide the moon. I'm okay, here I'll stay with my loneliness. I don't care what they say, I won't stay in a world without love. And in a while I will see my true love smile. She may come, I know not when. When she does, I'll lose. So baby, until then, lock me away and don't allow the day here inside where I hide with my loneliness. I don't care what they say, I won't stay in a world without love. So I wait, and in a while I will see my true love smile. She may come, I know not when. When she does, I'll know. So baby, until then, lock me away and don't allow the day here inside where I hide with my loneliness. I don't care what they say, I won't stay in a world without love. I don't care what they say, I won't stay in a world without love.
So let's go Let's all go over and jump off the bridge, right? World Without Love. I won't stay in one like that. Peter and Gordon on KYA. That's the number 2 record in the Bay Area right now. Between 9 and noon, we'll be unveiling the new Top 30 survey, and we'll see what happens to that record and all the others. 51 degrees downtown. It's 8 minutes before 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning, and it's early. Hey, this week only, get 4 hit records absolutely free with 1 bottle of Beauty Body Bounce shampoo. Today, you go to your favorite supermarket or drugstore, buy Beauty Body Bounce shampoo for 98 cents and get 4 hit records free. The Beach Boys, I Get Around, and Don't Worry Baby. You get Earth Angel and Oldie But Goodie by Yvonne Carroll, Ski Surfin' Man by Wayne and Dwayne, plus Walking Back to You by Ray Whitley. Now, that's almost a $5 value for only 98 cents. You just send your name and address and the rhinestone jewel found in each bottle of Beauty Body Bounce shampoo to Radio KYA San Francisco. Postpaid, you'll get absolutely free I Get Around, Don't Worry Baby, Earth Angel, Ski Surfin' Man, and Walking Back to You. But remember, send the jewel found in the bottle with your name and address to Radio KYA San Francisco. Shontek sends you free the Beach Boys, Yvonne Carroll, Wayne and Dwayne, and Ray Whitley. So buy Beauty Body Bounce shampoo at your favorite supermarket or drugstore, wherever shampoo is sold. If your store doesn't have it, ask them to please get it for you and get it quickly.
Where is Jack? See Jack run, fast as can be, running after me. He can see my hair has a brand new sheen. New Beauty Body Bounce gets it oh so clean. With Beauty Body Bounce, I can look like a queen. Would like to look, I could write a book.
Cash Card Jackpot is worth $135 this month. On with our $1 Million Weekend. Tony Fisher is her name, and this is Big Hurt.
Now it begins. Now that you're gone, needles and pins, why that you done? Watching that clock till you return.
That's a big hurt. I shouldn't laugh about it, but I think it's kind of funny. That's Tony Fisher on KYA Radio from 1959. 4 minutes now before 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning. It's going to be a beautiful day because I have to be here. 51 degrees in San Francisco. This is Bill Keffury for Emperor Gene Nelson. What'd I say? It's 4 minutes before 7. That's Delta time. And you know, Delta has the only evening jet to New Orleans. Get on it someday.
Lieutenant Cavendish, are you certain that you want to volunteer for Emperor Nelson's paratroopers?
Yes, sir, I'm sure.
Even after the accident with Lieutenant Mitchell?
Lieutenant Mitchell had an accident, Colonel Splendid?
Yes, Daphne, but Emperor Nelson is trying to keep it hushed up for morale purposes. Now remember, Cavendish, when you jump out of the plane, you yell Geronimo, then count to 10 and pull your ripcord to open the chute.
Right, sir. Yell Geronimo, count to 10, and pull the ripcord.
That's a shame about Lieutenant Mitchell. What happened?
Well, through some kind of a miracle, the miniature tape recorder he had strapped on his belt wasn't damaged. Turn it on for Daphne, Lieutenant Cavendish.
Yes, sir. Join now. Become a lieutenant in Emperor Nelson's Commandos. Send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Gene Nelson, KYA, San Francisco.
A couple of years ago, somebody said to me, within a few years, say within 5 years, Bobby Bland is going to take over the position that Ray Charles has occupied. Let's see how close he's getting. Share your love with me.
It's an ill wind that blows no good, and it's a sad heart that won't love like I know it should. And oh, how lonesome you must be, and it's a shame if you don't share your love with me. And it's a heartache when love is gone, but it's bad and even sad later on. Oh, there's no one blinder see it, and it's a shame if you don't share your love with me. And I can't help it, oh no, if she's gone. You must try to forget, or you must live on. And I said it's a good thing to love someone, but it's bad and even sad when it's not returned. And oh, how lonesome, yes, you must be. It's a shame if you don't share your love with me. And I said it's a shame, oh, if you don't share your love with me. Oh, yeah.
How about that, huh? That's Bobby Bland's new record, Share Your Love With Me, and it's a good sound. A little bit like Ray Charles, too. 7 o'clock in San Francisco on a Saturday morning. It's 51 degrees downtown.
KYA Radio 1260 San Francisco.
KYA, AM and FM, San Francisco.
Hey!
1963 and Hot Pastrami from the Dartels on KYA Radio. 51 degrees cooking downtown. 2.5 minutes after 7. And let's have some bread for breakfast.
Here come the dollies for the Hollywood bread, that wonderful bread that's way, way ahead. Sliced much thinner, every bite is a winner. Better reach for Hollywood bread. Wait till you taste the special formula blend. The quality's tops and there's flavor no end. Be a smart dolly, keep using your head. Reach for Hollywood bread. Come along with the dollies, follow in their direction to the bread of perfection. They choose with affection. Every bite thin section has a taste of perfection. Better reach for Hollywood bread.
Want something extra in bread? Try Thin Sliced Hollywood, a delicious blend of 16 vegetables and grains for extra flavor and nutrition. But no shortening is used in its special formula. Try it toasted. What a treat. Get Hollywood bread at your grocer's today.
Try toast in the morning, made the Hollywood way, or a quick bite just before you hit the hay. When your lips start smacking, you could bet you're snacking on that better-made Hollywood bread. You better reach for Hollywood bread. Better reach for Hollywood bread.
Reach for it today. Hollywood bread is its name. Let's check the Bay Area weather forecast. I lost it someplace around here. Oh, there it is with the sports scores. Fair through Sunday, except for high fog near the ocean extending inland in the morning hours. Highs today 60 in San Francisco, 65 in the East Bay, 70 in San Mateo, and 72 in San Rafael. Tonight's lows 44 to 52. Now it's 50 in the East Bay, 51 each for Marin and San Francisco, 48 down the Peninsula. Ooh, here's that Sharp Phonics record. For all you guys. 4 minutes after 7 o'clock. Angelito.
Me encontré un angelito que bajó el cielo azul. Yo pedí un angelito, corazón, llegaste tú. Angelito, déjame decir que antes que te vi no conocí el amor y porque aprendí eres para mí la dicha que soñé, mi bendición. Llegaste en mi soledad con un amanecer, iluminando así mi corazón, todo mi ser. I'm in love with an angel, one who said I love you so. Heaven sent me an angel, and my angel is you. Let me tell you, I was sad and blue, with nothing else to do, looking at the rain on my window pane. When she smiled at me, then everyone could see the rain was gone. I've never been so much in love, my heart can tell you so. I've never felt this way, but now I know, honest I do, I'm in love with an angel, and I know she's really real. Got a date with an angel for the rest of my life. Angelito, déjame decir que antes que te vi no conocí el amor y porque aprendí eres para mí la dicha que soñé. La 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 la.
Angelito by Renee and Renee on KYA Radio. It's 6.5 minutes after 9 o'clock in the morning. 6.5 after 7 in the morning. I'm used to those 9, 10, and 11 hours, you know. We'll get to those a little later, friends. 51 in San Francisco now.
Burton. O'Toole. Beckett. Richard Burton as Beckett. Peter O'Toole as his king in Hal Wallace's spectacular production, Beckett. Hailed by Life magazine as a lusty, boldly provocative production. See Beckett in Technicolor.
Okay, opening Wednesday on the giant 70-millimeter screen at United Artists Theater, San Francisco. Reserve seat tickets still available at the box office for the gala opening night's performance.
Now,
You can get the KYA Top 30 every week in the Sunday Examiner's Showtime.
Yes, not only the top 30 in there, but some other things. You know, Gene Nelson writes little things about the new records, the new single records. And there's some other fellow in there that writes little things about the new albums. I don't know, his name's Keffury or some ridiculous thing.
Have you been to Kinney's?
Walk on the light side, walk on the bright side. We're carefree, Kinney Casuals.
The shoes summers were meant for.
Here's music for you on KYA Radio 1260. Let's do it. On we go. Here's Elvis, and Why Don't You Ring My Neck? Is that right? Or wear my ring around it.
Wear my ring around your neck to tell the world I'm yours by heck. Let them see your love for me, and let them see by the ring around your neck. Won't you wear my ring around your neck to tell the world I'm yours by heck. Let them know I love you so, and let them know by the ring around your neck. Well, they say that going steady is not the proper thing. They say that we're too young to know the meaning of a ring. I only know what love you, and that you love me too. Oh, darling, this is what I ask of you. Won't you have my ring around your neck to tell the world I'm yours by heck? Let them see your love for me, and let them see by the ring around your neck. Well, they say that going steady is not the proper thing. They say that we're too young to know the meaning of a ring. I only know what love you, and that you love me too. Oh, darling, this is what I beg of you. Won't you have my ring around your neck to tell the world I'm yours by heck? Let them know I love you so, and let them know by the ring around your neck, and let them know by the ring around your neck, and let them know by the ring around your neck.
This week only, get 4 hit records absolutely free with 1 bottle of Beauty Body Bounce shampoo. Today, you go to your favorite supermarket or drugstore and buy Beauty Body Bounce shampoo for 98 cents and get 4 hit records free. The Beach Boys' I Get Around, and Don't Worry Baby. Also Earth Angel, an oldie but goodie by Yvonne Carroll. Ski Surfin' Man by Wayne and Dwayne, plus Walking Back to You by Ray Whitley. Now that's almost a $5 value for only 98 cents. Just send your name and address and the rhinestone jewel found in each bottle of Beauty Body Bounce shampoo to Radio KYA San Francisco. Postpaid, you'll get absolutely free I Get Around, Don't Worry Baby, Earth Angel, Ski Surfin' Man, and Walking Back to You. But remember, send the jewel found in the bottle with your name and address to Radio KYA San Francisco. Shontex sends you free the Beach Boys, Yvonne Carroll, Wayne and Dwayne, and Ray Whitley. So buy Beauty Body Bounce shampoo at your favorite supermarket or drugstore, wherever shampoo is sold. If your store doesn't have it, ask him to please get it for you quickly.
There is Jack, see Jack run, fast as can be, running after me. He can see my hair has a brand new sheen, new Beauty Body Bounce, gets it oh so clean. With Beauty Body Bounce, I can look like a queen, would like to look, I could write a book.
1260.
That's the good sound of music in San Francisco. 51 degrees downtown at 11.5 minutes after 7 in the morning. We go to Pulse Beat News Time now with a great record from a great singer. Her name is Barbara Streisand. She's the star of Broadway's Funny Girl. And this is from that show. It's called People. Sends chills up and down my spine. Ooh.
People who need people. People in the world, where children
special people. They're the luckiest people in the world. With one person, one very special person, a feeling deep in your soul says you are half now your whole. No more hunger and thirst, but first be a person who needs people. Special person, a feeling deep in your soul says you are half now your whole. No more hunger and thirst, but first be a person who needs people.
KYA temperature 51 degrees. Tony Tremaine reporting. The 1964 legislature up in Sacramento prepared to end its election year session. Lawmakers disposing of three major issues. Legislation late yesterday to set the stage for adjournment possibly today. They sent along to Governor Brown a record $3.65 billion state budget, hailed as one of the best in years, and sent to Brown a compromise bill to boost the state's share of Long Beach Tidelands oil revenue from 50 to 85%, and approved and sent to the governor a watered-down anti-billboard measure which forbids billboards from within 660 feet of interstate highways. More news in just a moment.
This is George Fenneman inviting you to be extra good to yourself this year by planning a vacation in Oregon, the state of infinite variety. You can ski in summer on Mount Hood, or walk under a waterfall at Silver Falls State Park. You can enter a wave-swept cavern where sea lions live at Sea Lion Caves, or explore lava caves sheathed in ice. From the open range to dense coastal forests, every turn of the road is a new vista of excitement. And in friendly, hospitable Oregon, there are more than 200 state parks, plus 13 national forests. There are thousands of campsites and private facilities, ranging from the most economical to luxury resorts. Everywhere are thrilling scenes of ocean, forests, mountains, rivers, deep gorges, and rolling plains. You'll like vacationing in Oregon. Plan your Oregon vacation soon. Write Travel, Room 12, Salem, Oregon.
Now back to the news. Also from KYA's Sacramento Newswire, word that the legislature, as one of its closing acts, asked Congress to rename the Tehama-Colusa Canal on the floor of retiring U.S. Senator Claire Engel. The Assembly adopted a resolution which already had cleared the Senate. Engel's home is in Red Bluff, which is near the canal. The resolution was authored by Senator Virgil O'Sullivan, a Williams Democrat. Governor Nelson Rockefeller is now back in New York for a weekend of rest after a hectic 4-day handshaking tour of California and in the Bay Area last night. He predicted that Senator Barry Goldwater's bid for the nomination could be turned back by a defeat in the key California primary. American President Lines is going to ask for bids next month for construction of 4 large and speedy cargo liners. Undersecretary of Commerce Clarence Martin, Jr. disclosed here in our city by the Bay that the ships are part of an 11-ship replacement program of APL equipment. And Thomas Braden, president of the State Board of Education, said that repeal of the Rumford Fair Housing Act would, in his words, lock bigotry in our Constitution and ghettos in our school system. Braden appealed for cooperation with the present Negro leadership and for fair and unbiased coverage of the coming election. On the national line to KYA, President Johnson has released a speech that he'll make later in the day calling for increased contact with all nations, including those behind the Iron Curtain. The Federal Aviation Agency says that a private twin-engine plane is missing somewhere in Mexico, with former New Orleans Mayor de Lesseps Morrison aboard. The plane was last heard from last night when it took off from Mexico for a ranch some 50 miles northwest of Tampico. Morrison's 7-year-old son and 2 others are believed aboard. Morrison resigned as ambassador to the Organization of American States a few months ago to run for governor of Louisiana. And overseas, an anonymous telephone caller has told a Paris newspaper the kidnapped wife of Marcel Dassault would be returned for $2 million. It is not known if the man is connected with the 3 masked men who forced Mrs. Dassault into their car in Paris early today. The kidnapped car has been found and reportedly had been stolen a few days earlier. Mrs. Dassault's husband is a manufacturer of French bombers as well as a member of Parliament. KYA gives an award for every news tip used on the air. When you see news happen, call KYA at Exbrook 72512. This is Tony Tremaine, KYA News.
You like to say that lady's name, huh? Say it again. Real French.
Dassault.
Oh, how nasal your ends are there, friend. 19 after... Beautiful the way you do that. Really gorgeous. 19 after 7, the Bay Area weather forecast says fair... Do it again. Do it one more time.
Dassault.
Oh, yeah. Fair through tomorrow, except for fog near the ocean extending inland, locally in the mornings. Little change in temperature. Today's high, 60 in San Francisco, 65 in the East Bay, 70 in San Mateo, and 72 in San Rafael. Tonight's lows, 44 to 50. Some wind this afternoon. 50 in the East Bay now, 51 in Marin County, 48 down in San Jose, and 51 here in San Francisco. This is the Gene Nelson program with Bill Keffury, 20 minutes after 7, and here's the music. Jump out of bed and stomp your feet with the Flares.
Everybody young and old, learn how to rock and roll. Listen, here's something new. Everybody's choking too. Foot stomping, 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 foot stomping. No wondering and a guessing, don't need dancing lessons. Listen to the jockey beat, shake your head and stomp your feet. Foot stomping, 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 foot stomping. Even just the other day, taught it to my sister May. Back leg, Mr. Blue can do the foot stomping, 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 foot stomping. Meet me at the dance hall. We're gonna have a ball. Sugar, pure, popcorn, fun, gone, freeze on. Foot stomping, 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 no matter the ride. Foot stomping, foot stomping, a good time.
That's been one of my favorite records ever since I can remember, which, like Pearl Bailey says, is about a day and a half. No, Foot Stompin', Part 1 with the Flares, 1961 the year, and I liked it then and I still like it now. but I've hated it in between. 22 minutes after 7, 51 degrees in San Francisco. Have you heard about Furniture Discount?
The first time in history, yes, the first time Furniture Discount House offers you a factory closeout sale. A volume price that makes possible the greatest savings in your history. But you must act now. Need furniture? You name it and you'll get it at prices you never dreamed possible right now at the Furniture Discount House store. Example, a beautiful 3-room group. I mean furnished 3 complete rooms, regularly priced at $300 now, the entire 3-room group, plus a TV set at the factory closeout price of only $249.95. Even at these rock-bottom prices, you still buy on those everyday easy Furniture Discount House terms. Your old furniture is the down payment, then as little as $2 a week. Furnish the entire house for less than you'd expect to pay for one room. An additional 28% off the already low everyday prices during this factory closeout sale. Furniture Discount House in San Francisco on Mission between 20th and 21st Streets. Also in San Mateo, San Jose, Oakland, and Vallejo. Look in your phone book or call KYA for the store nearest you. Furniture Discount House Factory Closeout Sale. Open weekdays till 9, Saturdays till 6, Sundays 11 to 5.
And you can always buy it for less at Furniture Discount. $135 this morning in the cash car jackpot. I'll be calling a number sometime between now and 9, and then another one between 9 and noon. Our most recent winner was last Wednesday morning when Gene gave away $205 to Barbara Fernandez of 222 Gates in San Francisco. Here's Chuck Berry.
Riding along in my automobile, my baby beside me at the wheel. I stole a kiss at the turn of a mile, my curiosity running wild, cruising and playing the radio, with no particular place to go. Riding along in my automobile, I was anxious to tell her the way I feel. So I told her softly and sincere, and she leaned and whispered in my ear, cuddling more and driving slow, with no particular place to go. Particular place to go. So we parked way out on the Kokomo. The night was young and the moon was gold, so we both decided to take a stroll. Can you imagine the way I felt? I couldn't unfasten a safety belt, riding along in my calaboose, still trying to get her belt to loose. All the way home I held a grudge for the safety belt that wouldn't budge. Cruising and playing the radio with no particular place to go.
Chuck Berry on KYA Radio with no particular place to go, nothing to do. 26 and a half after 7 is KYA time. Saturday morning Gene Nelson program with Keffury here until noon. 51 degrees in San Francisco.
Just for the fun of it, the sun-loving fun of it.
Wear Carefree Kinney Casuals, the shoes summers were meant for.
Just for the fun of it, the sun-loving fun of it. Walk on the light side, walk on the bright side. Wear Carefree Kinney Casuals.
Summers were made for fun in Carefree Kinney Casuals, and every young lady was made for these light, bright shoe fashions. Every style says fun in the sun. summer sandals and leathers and straws, lively capers, the cool canvas casuals that come in a whole spectrum of colors, an entire wardrobe of styles. And for the little belle of the sandbox, Kinnykins are sure-footed, sure-fitted. Kinney Casuals, just $2.99 to $3.99 at Kinney Shoe Stores now.
Walk on the light side, walk on the bright side. We're carefree, Kinney Casuals.
There are 21 giant Kinney Shoe Centers to serve you here in the Bay Area. That includes Kinney's in El Cerrito at 11501 San Pablo Avenue and in South San Francisco at 415 El Camino Real. Plenty of free parking, always just a step from Kinney's door. Here we go with Lover Please from 62, Clyde McFadder on KYA.
Lover, please, please come back. Don't take a train coming down the track. Don't, please, don't leave me. Don't leave me in misery. You would never hold me so near. You would never call me dear. Don't you know I'd die for you? Now you've gone, that's what I'll do. Lover, please, please come back. Don't take a train coming down the track. Don't, please, don't leave me. Don't leave me in misery. About a love that went all wrong. The girl left the boy just as bad. Now she's gone, she's so sad. Love, please, please come back. Don't take a train coming down the track. Don't, please, don't leave me. Don't leave me in misery. You would never hold me so near. You would never call me dear. Don't you know I'd die for you? Now you've gone, that's what I'll do. Lover, please, please come back. Don't take a train coming down the track.
Oh, Lover, please, don't take that train that's coming down the track. Clyde McFadder on our $1 Million Weekend. Let's look at the KYA Sports Scoreboard now. Sleek racers will shoot for a dozen spots in the Memorial 500 starting field today in the time trials at Indianapolis. Drivers are scheduled to battle hot weather as well as a stopwatch in the final 2 days of qualification runs. Temperatures of around 90 degrees today and tomorrow are expected to hold down the speeds. In baseball, in the American League, Chicago White Sox took Washington. These are last night's scores, yesterday's scores, 3-1. Baltimore 6, Minnesota 5, Cleveland 5, Detroit 3. The New York Yankees did it to the LA Angels 4-3, and Kansas City beat Boston 4-3. In the National League, the Chicago Cubs took Cincinnati 9-1. St. Louis over Milwaukee 6-1. New York, the Mets down Houston 2-1. Philadelphia blanked the LA Dodgers 2-0. And at Candlestick Park, is that where they played? Yeah, that's what it was, a home game. San Francisco did it to Pittsburgh 8-3. Here's Alvin and Gene talking about it.
Well, last night's game must have been just about the easiest for you all year, wasn't it, Al?
Well, it was easy in one sense, Gene, but in another sense, anytime you have to take your starting pitcher out, well, you kindly worry about it just a little bit, but McKenzie came in and wrapped the game up. Herbal pitched 7 real strong innings, but he weakened a little bit in the 8th and 9th innings.
Do you like to leave that starting pitcher in? Do you like to have him get a complete game if it's at all possible, even if you know he's getting a little bit tired in the late innings?
Gene, that doesn't make any difference to me whether a pitcher finishes the ball game as long as we win the ball game. And especially when we have a 5 or a 6 run lead like that, and I think the pitcher is getting tired, well, I'm going to get him out of there.
Well, one of the encouraging things about last night's game, too, was we got those big 3, Mays, McCovey, and Cepeda, and I think that's the first time they've all homered in one ball game this year, isn't it?
I think so, plus the fact that Davenport looks like he's on the beam now, looks like he's going to do some hitting, and Pagan got a big base hit last night, and Jesus Alou in the first inning got a man over from second to third by hitting the ball at second base and giving himself up. So these are the kind of things that win ball games.
Well, we keep hitting like that, we're going to tear this league apart.
Well, let's just try to win them one at a time, Jim.
Yeah. All right, who's pitching this afternoon?
Gaylord Perry.
All right, good luck. We'll talk on Monday morning, Al.
Mighty fine, Jane.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
KYA Radio 1260 San Francisco.
95. KYA, AM and FM, San Francisco.
My boy lollipop,
Small on KYA Radio, and that's my boy Lollipop, Millie Small in her tiny voice there. 51 degrees in downtown San Francisco right now. It's 26 minutes before 8 o'clock. Beep! This week only, get 4 hit records absolutely free with 1 bottle of Beauty Body Bounce shampoo. Today, you go to your favorite supermarket or drugstore and buy Beauty Body Bounce shampoo for 98 cents and get 4 hit records free. The Beach Boys, I Get Around, and Don't Worry Baby. Also Earth Angel, and Oldie But Goodie by Yvonne Carroll. Ski Surfin' Man by Wayne and Dwayne, plus Walking Back to You by Ray Whitley. Now that's almost a $5 value for only 98 cents. Just send your name and address and the rhinestone jewel found in each bottle of Beauty Body Bounce shampoo to Radio KYA San Francisco. Postpaid, you'll get absolutely free I Get Around, Don't Worry Baby, Earth Angel, Ski Surfin' Man, and Walking Back to You. But remember, send the jewel found in the bottle with your name and address to Radio KYA San Francisco. Shontex sends you free the Beach Boys, Yvonne Carroll, Wayne and Dwayne, and Ray Whitley. So buy Beauty Body Bounce shampoo at your favorite supermarket or drugstore, wherever shampoo is sold. If your store doesn't have it, ask him to please get it for you quickly.
There is Jack, see Jack run, fast as can be, running after me. He can see my hair has a brand new sheen. New Beauty Body Bounce gets it oh so clean. With Beauty Body Bounce, I can look like a queen. Would like to look, I could ride a book.
Let's sing something else now.
KYA weather.
Oh, fair today, tonight, and tomorrow, except some fog near the ocean extending inland locally in the mornings. Little change in temperature. Today's highs will range between 60 and 72. Tonight's lows 44 to 52, and westerly wind 12 to 25 miles per hour in the afternoons. 51 in the East Bay, 52 Marin, 50 down in San Jose, and it's 51 right here in San Francisco.
By the wheel, and it goes round, round, round as it skims
It's a flat tire.
with a happy sound as it goes along the ground, 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 till it leads you to the one you love.
Perry Como.
Then your love
and his clickers
will hold you round, round, round in your heart's a song with a brand new sound.
It's called Teeth
Then
Loose.
your head go spinning round, 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 'cause you found what you've been dreaming of. In the night you see the oval moon going round and round in tune. And the ball of sun in the day makes a girl and boy wanna say, find the ring, and put it round, 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 and with ties so strong, the 2 hearts are bound, put it on. The one you found, 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 for you know that this is really love. Find a wheel, and it goes round, round, round as it skims along with a happy sound as it goes along the ground, ground, ground till it leads you to the one you love. Then your love, you hold her round, round, round in your heart's a song with a brand new sound, and your head go spinning round, 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 'cause you found that you've been dreaming of. In the night you see the oval moon going round and round in tune, and the ball of sun in the day makes a girl and boy wanna say, find the ring, and put it round, 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 and with ties so strong, your 2 hearts are bound, put it on. The one you found, 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 for you know that this is really love. Find the ring, put it on, for you know that this is really love, really love, really love.
Round and round. Perry Como from 1957 on our $1 Million Weekend. We got to get a new copy of that record, Ralph. That's kind of itchy there, scratchy. 21 and a half before 8 o'clock is KYA time. 51 degrees in downtown San Francisco. Let me tell you about Bruce. You know about him. He was forced to move out of his big old furniture store over there in Oakland at 3134 San Pablo Avenue. And they had to put the furniture someplace, so Bruce decided, I've got an idea. We'll put it in the other stores. And then we'll have a sale, okay? Now, they had to move so fast, and the guys that moved were so clumsy that they banged things up a little bit. They got scratches here and little tears there and, nicks here and there. but just enough so that Bruce can't sell this furniture for new. Now, Bruce is making damage claims on everything. You save up to 20, 30, even 40% on all furniture, and some damages are so small you can't even see them with a human eye, even if you squint. You listen now. Buy fine Bruce furniture as is. Living rooms and bedrooms from $56. Refrigerators for $128. Tables for $3, $4, and $5. 23-inch TV consoles for $188. Lampshades for $25. And throw pillows for 26 cents. No down payment now, and 36 months to pay with credit $1,500 to $1,500. How would that be? 36 months to pay for a 26-cent throw pillow, huh? That's pretty wild. Bruce's warehouse is at 5433 San Pablo in Oakland. Other stores at 4351 East 14th Street in East Oakland, 1435 McDonald Avenue, Richmond, 22136 Mission Boulevard, Hayward, and at 1234 Golden Gate Avenue, San Francisco. All of Bruce's stores open tonight and tomorrow until 6 p.m.
KYA Cash Card.
$135 in the cash card jackpot. I'm going to call a number, but not right now. I'll do it between now and 9 o'clock, and then I'll call another one between 9 and noon. So be listening. I could speak out with your cash card number and make you a real winner. $135 worth. Shut up and go back to bed. The Premiers and Farmer John.
Farmer John, I'm in love with your daughter.
Little bit of music there to have a nervous breakdown by. That's Farmer John from the Premiers. 17 and a half minutes now before 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning. G. Nelson program with Bill Keffury here. 51 degrees happening downtown.
Have you been to Kinney's?
Walk on the light side, walk on the bright side. We're carefree, Kinney Casuals.
The shoes summers were meant for.
Here's a radio station that ears were meant for. KYA Radio.
1260.
17 before 8 now. That's Delta time. Fly Delta, Jet Delta, non-stop to Dallas. It takes just 3 hours. Do you remember back in 1959 when Frankie Avalon turned his head toward the sky and let go with...
Venus, if you will, please send a little girl for me to thrill. A girl who wants my kisses and my arms, a girl with all the charms of you. Venus, make her fair. I love the girl with sunlight in her hair.
to give as long as we both shall live. Venus, goddess of love that you are, surely the things I ask can't be too great a task. Venus, if you do, I promise that I always will be true. I'll give her all the love I have to give as long as we both shall live. Hey, Venus, make my wish come true.
KY temperature 51 degrees. Tony Tremaine reporting. 3 people attached to the Alameda Naval Air Station were killed instantly last night when their speeding vehicle overshot a dead-end street and smashed into a stationary train in the Potrero district. In another first, KY flashed the gory word that the car hit the train with such impact it took police and firemen an hour to recover the bodies of the victims, and that the grinding crash knocked the freight car off its rails. The dead have been identified as 26-year-old Larry Johnson, 20-year-old Edna Johnson, a wave, and 27-year-old Charles Taylor. The triple fatality occurred at Illinois and El Dorado streets. Meantime, down the peninsula in Fremont, an 18-year-old youth was killed, his 15-year-old passenger critically injured when their car smashed into a moving train at the Washington Boulevard crossing in Fremont. Once again, the impact was terrific, throwing 18-year-old Michael Akers of 4582 Crockett Court into a tree some 100 feet away, killing him instantly. 15-year-old Richard Tournier of 4464 Porter Street, Fremont, remains in critical condition at Washington Township Hospital with numerous injuries. Cause of that accident is still under investigation. More news in just a moment.
Cool it. Cool it. I got a poem I want to lay on you. I call it Warning. If you like the looks of the fast back and the way it gets down the road, if you like bucket seats and a snappy V8 and you fall by a Plymouth dealer's showroom, the Barracuda'll catch you if you don't watch out. See the dazzling chrome on the hubcaps on the wheels. What's this, 7 feet of anything space when the back seat is folded down? How many bongo drums can you carry there? Oh, Plymouth Barracuda, you look expensive. Your price is low? Beautiful. Where is your pad, Barracuda, Barracuda? Oh, I see. It's Plymouth Land.
Hey, Clyde. Where's Plymouth Land?
That's your Plymouth dealer's showroom, man.
Treat yourself, take a test drive in Plymouth, the #1 car at Purdue Plymouth Incorporated, 876 West El Camino Real, Sunnyvale, California. A 23-year-old San Jose man believed to have been traveling in excess of 100 miles an hour when spotted by a highway patrol officer on the bridge last night, eastbound, apparently lost control of his small sports car at the bottom of the incline, hitting the left fence beyond the auto flats, bouncing over, hitting the right fence and curbing, which in turn ejected him onto the pavement, killing him at the scene. The victim has now been identified as Joseph Simmons, 492 South 10th Street in San Jose. Yesterday in the East Bay, a woman was killed instantly when the car in which she was riding was smashed broadside and she was thrown to the pavement at Broadway and Pleasant Valley in Oakland. Dead is 52-year-old Mrs. Marjorie Kindorf of 500 Mountain Avenue, Piedmont. Her 56-year-old husband, Orlin, was treated for minor injuries, as was the driver of the other vehicle, 25-year-old Carl Reichrath of Concord. Checking out the national lines to KYA, President Johnson has left the nation's capital for Lexington, Virginia, and ceremonies dedicating the George C. Marshall Research Library. Mr. Johnson vowed in a prepared speech to follow the pattern the late general set down more than 20 years ago in bridging the gap between East and West. Secretary of State Rusk has issued an unusually strong warning to communist forces in Laos and Vietnam that the United States is determined to go all out in ensuring the independence of those peoples. And the Soviet Army's official newspaper has lashed out at what it termed the outside intervention of imperialists in the struggle in Vietnam. KYA gives an award for every news tip used on the air. When you see news happen, call KYA at Exbrook 72512. This is Tony Tremaine, KYA News.
Indeed it was. Fair to today, tonight, and tomorrow is the Bay Area weather forecast with some fog near the OC and extending inland locally in the morning hours. We'll have highs of 60 to 72 around the Bay for today. Tonight's low is 44 to 52 and westerly wind 12 to 25 miles per hour in the afternoons. It's 51 in the East Bay, 52 in Marin County, 50 down the Peninsula, and 51 here in San Francisco. This is the Gene Nelson program. It's 10 before 8, and my name is Bill Keffury.
Kick that little foot, Sally, Sally. Kick that little foot, Sally. And
Round Robin.
Kick that little foot, Sally, Sally. Do that salsa, Sally.
Kick that little foot,